May, 1664. Now, I've had a letter from my brother. He is safely settled in Buckinghamshire and has sent me the keys to his house to keep an eye on the property and some money. So I am, for the time being, relieved. He keeps a warehouse where he trades in women's high-crowned hats. He asks me to keep an eye, to check all is safe. He does not intend coming back to London any time soon, and I can't say I blame him. The latest things to be banned: plays, bear baiting, the singing of ballads, all public feasting, and no persons to be in an alehouse or tavern after 9 o'clock. I think again whether I might try and go and join him, but travel has become nigh on impossible. Country folk have been quick to block roads and demand permits, but these are not worth the paper they're written on, as bribery is rife. There is fear abroad, and all strangers passing through a village are looked on with suspicion. You are deemed guilty for being away from your home, and likely to be stoned before a permit is even examined. In the city, we walk in the middle of the street now, being careful to be at a distance from others, and from the pestilent air that might escape from the houses shut up. It is believed the disease is spread in the air, or by touching of clothes and goods. Some who get the disease have no symptoms at all till they fall dead in the street. Some have outward tokens, boils and the like. If these come to the head, the victim can recover. But this is a painful business. Most people are quiet and sober, sadness of face and ashen look. Sometimes the air is pierced with a crying or wailing. Sometimes a man or a woman will escape from the house, maddened with pain, and run through the street screaming. This is a terrible sight. I saw a man the other day from my window. He ran from his house, wrapped only in a sheet, hurtling down the street. I saw his family run out and try to contain him, but they could not, and he ran down to the river and threw himself in. The doctoring is worse than the illness, some might say. Most doctors now will not enter a plague house, but some nurses will take the risk. The only true physic is to try and release the boil. But this is so painful, many go mad with it. My brother's house is in Swan Alley, maybe a mile from my abode, so I decided to take my turn there, having no other pressing business that day, except to hear the wailings from the next houses where they've been shut up with plague for many days. But as I drew near, there seemed to be many women milling about wearing new high-crowned hats, and this seemed to me strange. As I drew closer to the lock-up, I saw that the gate was broken and more women were emerging from it with hats, sometimes 2 or 3 on their heads, and chattering together. I called one over. "Hey you, where did you obtain those hats?"
"Why, sir, there's a gate through there where there's a variety of hats, just for the taking."
"Do you not know this warehouse is owned by one Samuel Defoe?"
"No, sir, I was told they were abandoned goods."
"Who told you so?"
"Why, sir, a woman I met on the street."
"What business have you taking these goods?"
"As much business as any other."
And as I looked toward the warehouse, I saw 6 or 7 women all trying on hats as if they were in a shop buying for money. I was outraged for my brother and for myself. "Women, give me those hats!"
"Why, sir, what need have you of them?"
"Oh, no more than you. Why need you a dozen high-crowned hats?"
"I have a big family, sir, and it said the plague might be spread through having your head uncovered.
Who told you that?
Why, the quack on the corner, sir.
Be that as it may, they belong to my brother. They are not yours to take.
And your brother, sir, doesn't he have need of them, being women's hats?
He trades in them.
But he's not here, and there's no trade in millinery goods now. Anyway, how do you know they're not tainted? You might get the plague from just handling them.
I had no answer to that one, and I suddenly despaired. Life had changed beyond all recognition, and I felt so lost and alone. I hurried back to my dwelling, trying to block out the terrible sights and sounds from the houses that I passed.